Howdy, folks. I'm getting ready to make the Star X block over again. My computer malfunctioned and ate the first video, so I'm making it over again, and I'm going to be using scrap fabric to make it, which I'll show you in a little bit. It's fabric I didn't know what to do with. I got in a scrap bag, but it'll be fine for the purposes of this video to show you how to make the block. And I also had a couple of announcements I wanted to make real quick. The first one is that I'm getting ready to do a sew along. I just created a pattern called daisy chains, and this is what it looks like. And I will be releasing, there's 26 different blocks in the pattern, and I will be releasing them. It depends on how many of the blocks you're going to need, but anywhere from 10 blocks if it's only a single block, or 1 block if you need 10 of them. So grab yourself some fabric. You can do it scrappy if you want. The only thing that needs to be consistent is your white or whatever color you're going to be using as your background fabric. To be a daisy chain, in my interpretation of it, I did green for the leaves of the flower. True daisies are white, but I made them yellow with a kind of a orangish gold center, and then any color would be fine between the white. But you pick your colors, you see what it's going to look like, and I'm actually going to be doing mine in patriotic colors for Quilts of Valor, and I'm going to call them Poppies instead of daisies. But I just wanted to let you know this will be coming up in the very near future. So grab what you want to use for your fabric and be prepared to start that. And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is I'm going to be doing a collaboration with Katie, the Greenland quilter. This is a pattern that she came up with, and it requires a layer cake and a charm square pack. She provided these for me because she knows my financial situation right now, and so I'm going to be doing a video introducing you to this in probably the next day or so, because we have homework in preparation for this. So be watching for that video. And it'll be my first time being live with anybody or on any, so it's getting my feet wet with lives. So that's the announcement. So let's get started with the block. So I'll bring you down to the oh, also this is my camera setup. When I'm sewing, my mouth is right next to it, so hopefully you can hear me better. The last video, the Ohio Star, was the first time I used it this way, and I could hear myself better, so hopefully people that can actually hear were able to hear me better. So let's get started. Gotta switch my cameras around. Okay, these are the fabrics I'm going to be using for this. Um, this is a corset advertisement vintage fabric that I just, without a bunch more and other vintage type advertisements, I didn't know what to do with it, so I'm going to use it for teaching purposes. And then I had this small piece of another advertisement fabric, so I thought I'll use these two together and we will put together Star X. So to get started, I'm going to cut two 8-inch squares of each fabric, and then once I do that, I will be back with you and we'll get started. In the interest of shortening the video, I've already marked our squares. We mark it both ways horizontal. We're going to sew on either side of the lines, and then we're going to cut on the lines and in the middle, both directions. So let's get busy sewing. Okay, we're going to cut these apart now. And in the interest of length of video, I'm going to do that off camera as soon as I find my mouse. Okay, I've cut my 8 at a time into their pieces. The pattern instructs us to save 4 and set them as they're going to be trimmed to the size that the pattern says, and then the rest of them we don't trim yet, and we do our sewing and then trim. And I wanted to also remind you that I'm not using the size of the squares that the pattern calls for, so you need to refer to your sizes in your pattern and not what I'm doing. And also because I'm doing 2 at a time instead of 1 at a time, I am going to end up with 6 bonus half square triangles, which I will use in something else. So I'm going to sew on either side of the line, and then I'm going to cut them apart. That'll give me 6 quarter square triangles, and I only need 5, so I will also have a bonus quarter square. So let's get busy sewing. Okay, we cut these apart. Okay, I'm going to press these and I'll be right back with you. Everything's trimmed up and ready to go, so let's put our square together. We put our half square triangles on the corners with the background fabric out. Okay. So the center quarter square triangles all face the same direction, with the background this way, the main color pointing or making a square, and then our color points in of the half square triangles, and then the top and bottom, these are opposite of each other. So let's get our squares put together. We're going to chain piece these. My seams are pressed open and I'm ready to sew the rows together. So I'm going to match back with you. There you have it. Our Star X block, block 29 of Alice's Wonderland. And I will add a picture of the original block that I made for the series. So I hope you enjoy making your block, and I'll see you on the next one. I don't remember what the next one is, but anyway, I'll see you then. We will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Well, that's it for today. So I'm going to say, be blessed, less stressed, and pet some fabric today. See you later.